Hola, people. Oh, wait, this is going to, let me hurry up and get out of here before this truck comes. I'm going to lose signal for just a moment. Um, okay, there we go. I had to change my privacy so I can see the comments from Shaquille Lavelle. All right. Hello, people. I am on my way to go get some lunch because, yeah, I want some lunch. And I don't always feel like cooking because I'm doing so much. I just want to go have somebody else cook it, pick it up, eat half of it on the way home, and eat the rest while I'm at my desk. I don't want to stand up in front of a stove and cook anything. So I'm always going out. I know it's so bad. So bad for me to constantly keep going out to eat. But yeah. Anyhow, um, let's talk about it, shall we? Oh, you know what? This is going to get so hot. It is really hot out today. I mean, very, very hot. So I don't think that, well, I'm gonna have to turn on the so that it keeps the back of my phone cool because it is very hot out today. Very, very hot. And it will overheat my phone in like 2.5 seconds sitting on this windshield. All right, so I made a post today, right? And she says, and the gas to go get it. I don't know. I guess I don't really, I mean, yeah, it's extra because it costs more, but I don't know. I'm not one that really started like tripping over gas. It's like, I mean, you need it regardless. So it is what it is right now. It's, we're in a war. It's not gonna, I just got to do more to account for that. That's just how my way of thinking is I just got to make more money to cover the extra in gas. So, um, but I never really venture off too far from my house. I only go to food places that are like right here. So I never go too far to where I'm not wasting too much gas to go get it. Uh-oh, and yeah, let's see. It's so hot, it melted off. Hold on, I'm gonna show you in 2 seconds. So I may not be talking about this today, but like it melted. Can you see that? It melted the thing off that this hook sits on. So I'm not even sure if you guys saw that, but all right, we're gonna try and position this, and it's gonna probably move all over the place. I probably should go to 5 and below and get a temporary one. This one is an older one, and I got this from Best Buy. I know 5 and below is not gonna have one that's like this, but I'm gonna need something. Ugh, I mean, it is messy too. Hold on. Well, how y'all doing? Y'all gonna slide around. I'm letting you know that. I'm letting you know that right now. It's gonna move around. But I'm gonna try and put you on the dashboard enough for that. All right. Just gonna be all right. Put y'all right there. I'm about to hold y'all down as I maneuver through the traffic. Um uh yeah, not quite that much here. For my car and what I put in mine, I think it's like $4.55. Yeah, it's like $4.55. Actually, now it's four at Wawa's. It's $4.68. I think I'm gonna go to TP. I didn't know what I wanted, but to keep me from having to go buy a frappe as well, I go to Taco Bell because then I could get Pepsi, and it kind of that's my other craving. So I think I'm just gonna go to Taco Bell, and it puts me in the same plaza as what's people call Five and Below, so I can go there. And um, hold on. And I like going to places where I know what everyone wants without having to ask. Hello. How you doing, baby? I'm happy. Everything I'm going to order is going to be chicken. All right, give me one quick second, okay? Okay. One moment. All right. Hold on. I'm going to get into this discussion. Give me a moment. I have to order my food. Can I have a number 6 soft taco with the Pepsi, no ice? Number 6 on taco. You said a Pepsi, everything chicken, no ice. Yes. Okay. And a nacho Bel Grande, no beans. Also, on the soft taco, I don't need any of this stuff. I just need the chicken. I really don't even need. I'm just gonna put the chicken on my nacho Bel Grande. So if you just want to put the chicken that comes in that taco in the bag, because the rest of it gonna get thrown in the garbage. I mean, if you don't want to waste food, you can do that. Because I don't plan on eating the actual taco. I'm gonna put it on my nacho Bel Grande. Okay, so you just want me to make up 2 chalupas and then when I go Bel Grande put extra chicken? No, because I still need the Pepsi. Don't it still come out cheaper as the meal? No, it'll come out cheaper doing it like that. Buying a Pepsi by itself and then 2 chalupas? Yeah, then you want a nacho Bel Grande, you said, right, with extra chicken? How much extra chicken is $2.40. So it's cheaper to bring it up separate. Chalupas cost how much by themselves? 3 something? Yeah. 4, 4.8, and the Pepsi is no, it's about the same. Then I'll be paying extra for chicken. Cause the large, cause that comes with what size Pepsi? A large Pepsi. That's $2.39. That's so what you want to do? What you want to do? So I don't want. I mean, you can just give me the taco with just chicken in it. I mean, I'm just trying not to waste food. But a number 6, and a nacho Bel Grande, and the Pepsi's no ice. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I put the stuff. What you think? I thought you was wanting something different. Just want to order. Yeah. Okay, 26. I'm like, I know how to count. That don't come out cheaper. That come out to be a whole lot more. I know how to count. Because you get a discount when you bundle it up. So, yeah. Anyhow, let's talk about it, right? I normally do my Let's Talk About Us on Thursdays, but I made that post and I wanted to really kind of like go into that one a little bit deeper on that. So, where is my wallet? Shoot, I just thought about it. I should have took my behind and got me a egg roll. It still would have. I wouldn't have had a drink though, so it would have been cheaper than coming here. Okay. Um. I made a post saying that be ye warned, crafters are easy pickings. Are easy pickings or an easy target for quote unquote get rich quick or the allure of making six figures. And I'm not saying that it's not possible. Very, very, very much so possible. Um, I am living proof of that, but I also am living proof that it is very, very hard to reach that level. No, ma'am. Thank you. It is very hard to reach that level when it is you by yourself, like depending on how you are running your business. Okay. I personally reached over six figures and high six figures from years and years of understanding what I do as a creator or a crafter. And that turned into, thank you. I clearly said no beans. I asked for no beans. Um, but I and our business now makes that from because I was able to perfect what it is that I do or perfect it at that particular time. Because I feel like it's never perfection because there's always something new to learn. But me putting the time in to learn about making shirts, making centerpieces, making this, making that, I was doing them, but I also was able to teach. So that became supplement, that supplemented our revenue and our income with me being able to teach. I became someone that is known as just being knowledgeable and trustworthy to where when I came out with a product, people had no issue. Thank you. I'm gonna thank God for this food because I know, as my always my prayer, I know there are those that are very much so less fortunate than I. So I thank you, Lord, for this food and to be able to drive in a car that has gas in it to get this food. So I'm trying my best not to complain about this food, Lord Jesus. How we eat ever. Because I have the funds and I work hard for these funds for my food, God, I don't understand why is it that people don't have that type of customer service and care in how they do things, Lord. So do understand, God, in me looking at this food this way, it is not about me being unappreciative of being able to buy the food. But Lord have mercy, why they had to do my food lazy, because they got mad because they didn't give me what I ordered for the first time. So because they had to remake it, and they're trying to get me off their window and off their clock, they just throw it together any kind of way, God. So do understand, please forgive me in me looking at this food like I don't have no, like, who shot John? Because it is not me turning my eye to the blessings, Lord, that you have bestowed upon my family and our accounts, and me being able to go buy food. But it is this foolishness they just handed me. And I ain't trying to have people spit in my food. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this food and be very grateful for this food, Father. Bless the hands that prepared it, oh Lord. Bless them to where they will stop doing this to other people. In Jesus' name, amen. Go ahead and just pray over the food and for those that. And when people say bless the hands of the people that prepared it, sometimes it ain't just, it's that maybe they had a bad day, maybe the day from be at work. So I'm gonna bless the hands of the person that made it to where they are blessed also, to where they take some pride. So we just go, oh Jesus. Oh God, okay. Let me make my way on home, Jesus. Okay. Anywho, y'all gonna rock and rock and rock. But so what I was talking about earlier, and this is like now all over the place. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a whole other video about this. But we, because I became very knowledgeable in the area of sublimation and doing print and cuts, I knew the resources to go to Alibaba. Like, people teach, I didn't have anyone teaching that. I kind of just did research. And actually how I found out about it really was someone on, it was an ad for one of the companies that's on Alibaba. They ran an ad on a YouTube video. So I sent an inquiry to them about their stuff because they were showing like different blanks and stuff. And then when I did a Google search, their name popped up and it showed Alibaba. So I went on there and I was like, whoa, what is this? Whatever. And I'm like, oh, it's off in China, So, but I did I just kind of dived in there, looked around, and I realized, oh, this is where you go for stuff like this. This is how people get it. We always ask, well, how do they make a profit? How do you find these things for cheap? And then I've realized that's how. So that's how I kind of got onto the whole Alibaba thing. Is Best Subs did a page, like they have an ad, like, watching somebody's video, and then Best Subs comes up, and it's the little Chinese lady. She's so cute, and she was just showing different stuff with like tumblers or just something, show us something on there. So that's how I kind of found out about it. So when I was put into position to just share my expertise, share my experience in a group, when it came time for me to do my own thing, I knew what I was doing. I showed myself to be very knowledgeable in the areas of what I was doing. So when we dropped a product, people had no issues with purchasing that said product from me or from our company. So by me having that's something that I don't have to customize. I don't have to bottle it. I don't have to label it. I don't have to shrink wrap it. I don't have to do any of those things. I just have to get it in and promote it and put it in a box and sell it. So it basically sells itself, but not just because people need it. I mean, there are a bunch of companies that sell sublimation ink, sublimation paper, yet they feel like they struggle in getting sales because they have not built an audience. It takes time to build an audience to sell to. Even in your customs, like your custom items, it takes time to understand who your customer avatar is and build up that clientele and build up that audience. I don't care how many classes you take. They can only give you the information on, once you have how to grow and build that audience. And you have to be willing to be in front of your audience, especially if you're doing anything within the crafting or creative industry. We are a visual people. We are a visual community. You can't go and let someone tell you, hey, I'm going to show you, you're going to be a six-figure earner. You're going to become a multimillionaire by crafting. Yet you are afraid to do live videos. You are afraid to really put yourself out there. People keep saying, oh, I'm an introvert, but I want to have a business. It's going to take for you to do a whole lot more for that, like, to get your name out there for your business. But we have done that. And like with our blueprint, my blueprint was spending now it would be 5 years of teaching and educating, to where once I really was ready to like teach classes, that helped. On top of me still doing shirts and things like that, I was able to transition where I'm teaching. I have a product where now, because I do so much teaching and so much preparing and stuff on the back end for the product, I don't have a lot of time to make custom items. I only really do them certain times a year. Like people who really, really know me will come to me randomly, but I only promote for grad season and not even really Christmas. More so, I like to celebrate grads. So I really, really only promote grad season and then cheer season, like cheer competition season. That's the only time I really, really, those are the two areas that to me can last me a good little minute. And then what I do from cheer season, takes it, pretty far with just those, and not feeling like I have to do baby showers, I have to do birthdays, I have to do stuff for weddings, I have to do this event, I have to make just custom items all the time, like every custom item there is. I've never ever made anything for St. Patrick's Day. I've never made anything major for like Easter, other than when I was like, I was very creative in how I made Easter baskets. Kids don't like baskets. As a parent, I'm gonna say kids like, they don't care. They just want the stuff that's in it. But as a parent, I'm like, now I'm stuck with this stupid basket. I got to throw things away. So this is before Ziny Mani, but with MJ and my niece, what I did for them, I made their Easter baskets out of towels. So it was a towel set, and I put all of their candy and their toys and stuff. So the basket part was the actual towel. That's something they can use. Who cares about this basket? Then they're like, okay, well, they go to Easter egg hunts. By the time we go to an Easter egg hunt, my kids' stuff was still in their basket. So I still end up having to buy them a separate basket to put the eggs in from the Easter egg hunt. And then when we went to it, they give them a little bag anyway. So that was a waste of my money and my time trying to do all of that. So I stopped doing Easter baskets. Their Easter baskets are things they can use on the bottom. So it is towels. Kids can never go wrong with a towel, a hand towel, and a rag. Actually, I think MJ's own was made up of 2 towels to make it bigger because he had more stuff. But that's what I do for my kids' Easter baskets. I don't do the traditional basket. So even for Easter, like that one when I was doing it, but then I got tired of doing those. Like the ones with these big old things, and they got clothes and people selling $200 Easter. Hop on, why? We selling the Gucci East. I'm not about to go and buy a bunch of knockoff stuff and put it in here and make these really, really big ones. And which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it works for some people because you can then go and make your own colored shirt and put a bunch of custom items in it, depending on like the parent. But I've never been big on Easter. I don't fall into every single holiday. So to me, focusing on the ones that are important to me made it to where I wasn't making 6 figures in crafting, but I made pretty good money because I focused on grad. I drew in a lot of my customers from graduation season, track season, cheer and football season. And by me just making things for those, then it's like, oh, well, Coach Kia, can you do this? Can you do that? Sure can. And then that's how I built my audience. But it wasn't 6 figures because I was doing a lot of this by myself. I wasn't, when I was doing event planning, doing a lot of this by myself, having family help who aren't dedicated like I was. So they'll just throw stuff up any kind of way. Wasn't making 6 figures by myself. And I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer when I say it, but it is very, very hard. The reality of it is creating custom items, especially when you don't have a you really don't have a niche, or like you aren't narrowing it down. You're trying to do everything, so you get confused because you have too many files, too many fonts, too many substrates, too many this, too many that. You're spending money, and feel like nothing. You're not really making the money back. When you really look at it, you've lost money because you've purchased all of this stuff, but you only sold a small part of it. But people will play on that, because they know that they are just like you. They're getting into your mind of, oh yeah, you don't brought all this stuff and you're not making no money. Oh, this is how you make more money. Become a seller. Start teaching about this stuff. Start doing this, start doing that. If you have not mastered one, adding on something else isn't going to help you get to that number faster. But because we have spent out so much money on all these other things and not fully seeing that return, crafters who are desperate to become their own boss in some way, shape, or form are the easiest targets for so many things. Not even, with the whole becoming a coach or becoming a mentor, becoming a teacher, not just in, okay, I'm going to show you how to sell blanks or sell items. I'm not going to show, or learn how to, or, you can become this, whatever, by creating digital files. I talk about it in my classes, but I'm not just teaching you about digital files. I'm teaching the program. My goal is to teach you to design first. And anyone that's taking my class, I will tell them, once you have mastered designing, now you can go out and sell it. But it's not going to be just because you trying to make ends meet. Okay, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to sell a digital product, and you don't know the first thing about working your program, and you sell it to somebody and it's all messed up, this, that, and the third, this don't work, you didn't weld this right. I see so many mock-ups and they have it and they have a stroke around it and you can still see the black line going through the script letters because you didn't weld. So you don't even know how to properly design, but somebody told you you can make money. Like, don't you see all these people on Etsy? To me, as someone who has invested time into my craft and into learning how to do things, it's a slap in the face to have someone come in. You don't know anything. I've invested years and years and years of learning this and mastering this. And then because somebody told you it's easy money, everything I did is for naught, because you're just going to come in and just think you can just sell anything. So it's like, damn, did I waste my time learning about graphic designing and doing this the right way and providing proper files, not just taking somebody's image. I traced this, and because I was able to make the bow a different color. Oh, I want that. Can you sell it to me? Sure. That wasn't even yours to begin with. How are you going to sell somebody that? Did you draw the girl out and then put, like, I don't get that. But it becomes a matter of, like, not to say desperation, but everybody wants to teach all these things. Well, this isn't working for you. Add this, add this, add this, add that. Because they know that we have spent out so much money and we got to figure out some way. They know that each and every one of us has a spouse, a partner, a family member somewhere that's saying, you're spending out all this money, you're not making no money. What you doing? You need to change this, you need to change that. So because your mental is now all over the place, they're able to easily come in and talk a good talk. And now you're sucked into it and you've paid for something. And all you really wanted to know how to do is, I'm doing this and they making money for me. How can I grow from this? Like, how do I make my custom shirts make money? Or I like to make shirts. So rather than them, tell you, and it's a harsh reality for some people to listen to, maybe you are great at shirts. You're great at making these shirts. you align it properly, you take pride, you have a heat press. Maybe you need to not do customs. What is it that you can connect with people and you can create a brand? People will go and will become, six-figure earners because they've developed a brand of one thing. You use the crafting to teach you and prepare you about all the different ways to make shirts. And now you can go, and those are your prototypes. Now you can build a business around, you can build a brand, and you're making that one item that can just be run off a bunch of times and can just be sold. But every time you have to, even if you have a template, that is still time for every single client. You have to figure out these little jacked up pictures they have sent you. How in the heck can I make this work in this template? And you sitting here trying to figure out, okay, this picture blurry, they arm cut off, they neck. Now you spending 30 minutes to an hour to whatever trying to figure out how to make their little raggedy pictures work in your template because you designed this template with, and your work, the first time you made this work, it was with the perfect image. I mean, it was a professional picture. It gave you enough space. It wasn't just their neck. Okay, I can make this work. But what happens when somebody gives you a jacked up picture? You've never practiced with a bunch of different pictures because people don't teach that. They're just going to teach you, you can make money. It's grass season. Throw this on here. Here go a template for you. I'm making it easy for you. It's a real quick template. Just throw the pictures in there. That's not a real thing just to throw somebody's pictures in there. But see, no one likes to listen to me because I'm the one that's going to give it to you real. I'm going to give it to you honest. I'm not going to give you sunshines and rainbows because it's not a matter of being being discouraging to anyone. It's the real of it. Because once you get into the nitty gritty and the first time you get that picture, you're going to make it seem like your customer is wrong, but you're the designer. You should be able to figure out a way to make it work. Or if it really doesn't work, okay, this doesn't quite work. But even they gave you the perfect picture, you always have to put it in there. Maybe one photographer took the picture, or like the picture they gave you, it's really close up. You put it in there, it's perfect. The next one, you throw that picture in the template, you throw it on that layer, but it's further back. Okay, I need this to come up. You're still going to have to spend time customizing it. That's time that takes away from your customer. If it's just you, customer service, when you have to package things up and you have to ship it out, that still takes away time. Adding on additional printers don't help you make no money. Oh, well, my clients don't want this. They want this. Like, everybody don't want sublimation. Then you should have thought about that before you got into sublimation. If you know you were already building, you already had customers, you were making them different types of shirts. Now you're okay, well, I don't want a white shirt. Then that means you don't have a customer base for sublimation shirts. Then use sublimation just for something else, like for cups. Maybe you got into sublimation because you were tired of doing epoxy tumblers because you don't want to do all of that. Okay, well, can you do those oddly shaped ones? No. But if your customers are like, okay, no, I don't want the little skinny ones. I like when you were doing the oddly shaped ones and they're much bigger. I want my glitter to go all the way under the bottom. You can't do that with sublimation. Yes, you might be sick of doing it, but if that's what your client base wants, now is maybe time to figure out how can I still do this to give them what they want, but in an easier way. That's the thing that people don't tell you about. They just want to sell you a new dream. You become an easy target because what you think is your pain point, you're ready to give up everything, switch up everything, buy new equipment because the marketing strategy is to attack your pain point, right? Which, I mean, we all do. I mean, hell, I do it. Are you having trouble with tracing? You can't figure this out? Okay, this class, I'm gonna break it down for you. We all do it. But with attacking their pain points, are you answering that pain point to say, this is how you will do this more efficiently? It's not completely changing what you're doing. You want to become a six-figure earner, or you're trying to figure out, you go to someone and it's more so, help me market my business. I have a craft business. I'm making graduation. I'm making trays and I'm making this. How can I expand my audience? You get in there and now it's like, okay, well, I know you came over here for this, but this is what I want to teach you, and this is how you're gonna do it. How does that help me any? But because it's playing on the fact that one, crafters invest in a whole bunch of stuff. We just like spending money on new stuff. We want to figure out how to do it ourselves. So we spend a lot of money on, I had threw away a bunch of money. And I wasn't my matter of classes, just watching videos, thinking I was gonna make wreaths. I threw away a bunch of mesh. I threw a bunch of burlap, getting all this stuff on sale. Oh, I saw a video, it was great. Oh, great. This stuff was on sale. It still was wasted money because I never used it. I never made money off of it. And here I am buying boatloads of it. Never made not one thing from it. So it's all in the city dump right now because I never used it, because I never took the time to even try one. And yes, will it cost me more money to buy the supplies to make one? But at least I know if I want to do it or not. I did that with bling and knew that I never wanted to bling. And it was a baby shoe. My little niece, a Converse. Oh, honey, all those rhinestones. No, ma'am, no ham. No, thank you. That can go to somebody else. I could not deal with that. Like, and it was a small shoe. But I knew from that point on, I'm not spending money on no Swarovski, no this, no that. All this money for rhinestones when I know I don't like it. I spent a little bit of money on the front end, paid money for some good glue, but at least that was the only thing I spent money on. I didn't continue to waste money because somebody told me, hey, this is a way to make money. I tried it. And the rhinestones, I was like, I just can't do it. But there were other things. I tried it once, see how long it takes. I gave it to somebody, see if they even like it. I'm investing all this time and all this money into this. What if my people don't even like this stuff? So I give stuff away. Uh I'll get it. Get out of my garbage. I gave stuff away to see if if it appeals to my market. If they go and it's like, okay, they don't give me that kind of, oh wow, I got a dry response. Okay, I mean, they don't really like this. Okay, let me try somebody else. Okay, they don't really like this. And just getting honest opinions, like that is how I grew. Now, I'm not saying that it's not great to learn, because some people, I've learned this from my class and my students telling me, I never thought about that. Oh, when I get into the marketing stuff, my students will tell you, I'm actually a marketing genius. I don't try to do everything. I'm one person. I don't have some of the ideas and things I give to others. I don't have to do them myself. I'm not going to put them into practice because it's not my business. Like, that's not the business that I'm currently in. Oh, but they can tell you, I will give you some ideas that will, like, it's totally thinking outside the box that will truly set you apart. That is a blessing that was like that God blessed me to, where just the ideas that I come with, because I look at so many different industries and I take notes on things. Like, I'm the person that I can pull everything in and then make it make sense for the masses. That's just kind of like how my brain works. So I'm not saying, you don't take classes and don't pay for things. But if you know that you're someone that you've watched video after video and it's not quite making sense for you, okay, then now let me look into some of these paid options. Really listen to what they are offering in this. What is it that you're going to teach me? Is it going to help me where I'm at? Before you can move to the next level, you got to master the level that you are on. You can't go and expect to just, now, if it's just something that's just not working and you need to start from the bottom, but then you have to be okay with knowing that, all right, this is just totally not working for me. I've given it my all. I've given it everything that I got. You are not a failure in it. This is something that did not work for you because maybe, and my phone's going to go dead, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. Maybe you just did not invest enough time to learn it before you invested all this money in it. There's a time for you to make a change in that, because before you invest money in supplies, you should, we definitely need to invest money in the education part and knowing how to do certain things. If investing in the knowledge did not come before investing in the items, then you're setting yourself up for failure. Someone offers a class on, about sublimation. Do you have a printer? No. Do you have a heat press? No. But you might invest in this class, or you'll watch a video and watch it all the way through to know all of the limitations. It's crazy to me to see people come into a group and say, how do I sublimate to black? What do you mean? No one told you that you can't sublimate? What did you research? Or did you just see a pretty tumbler in another craft group? Ooh, what's that sublimation? Okay, good. I'm going to get me a printer. But you knew nothing about it, because somebody offers you a class to teach you everything about it. But because it was $50, $100, you're like, I ain't even got none of the equipment. Like, what I'm going to pay you for a class for? That's when you pay for the class, when you don't know nothing. So find out. So you rather invest. The class costs you $75, $50, $30, or whatever, to truly find out what all it is like that you need. Or you just go straight into it. You're about to buy a $200 printer, $60 to $75 worth of ink, $20 to $50 worth of paper. And we ain't even got a blank yet. So now you got to buy either blanks, you got to buy shirts, you got to buy this, you have to buy that. And you do all of this to realize, oh crap, I can't put this on cotton shirts. I can't put this on dark shirts. But this is what my customers want. I'm thinking this is going to be an easier way than me doing Jet Pro 3G. No. Jet Pro was the easier way for what your clients wanted. Okay, well, I want to be able to do these. I'm used to doing epoxy. This seems so much easier for me than doing epoxy. Okay. But if your customers wanted the big, like if you have all of these tumblers and they're the big wide ones, you can't sublimate on that evenly. All you can do is like that one area. Well, my customers don't want that. Then your customers didn't want sublimation. But you didn't do enough research to know that what you were doing, this is not the answer to that, unless you were doing just skinny ones. Sublimation is not the answer to those big, what do they call, Yeti tumblers. Sublimation wasn't the answer to decorating those, because you're not going to get full coverage. You're not going to get that super, super shiny glitter look when you sublimate glitter onto something. And if your clients wanted the glitter look, you're now canceling out customers that would have come back, because now you've completely changed what you're doing. Because somebody said that, oh, it's the easier way to do tumblers. But they tell you about the cons of it, not just the pros. I rather not meet not saying, well, I'm not moving numbers, but I'm not going to just give people the pros and not tell you the downside of, because that's a part of business. I'm not going to go and tell you to, how to start selling. And then, like, right now, it seems like the biggest target is for those in sublimation. There's so much stuff in craft. Why aren't there anyone teaching people how to sell craft glue, sell a glue gun, sell glue sticks, sell cardstock, construction paper, sell bamboo sticks? Because I'm gonna need those for graduation fans, right? You buying them from somewhere. The same place you buying them from on Amazon, guess where they're getting them from? They went to Alibaba, AliExpress, VHGH, and they got some bamboo, the craft sticks, and they're selling it. Not every company goes and they've created their own formula for glue. They ordered, so some folks over China got some. Go ahead and white label it, put it in a box for it, put it in a container, go ahead and sell it. But we don't teach about that one. What is it about custom apparel, custom tumblers, custom things like that? They're everyday crafters. Bling Mesh. I've gone to a site, like I used to go right here, floral wholesale. I forgot what it's called. They got walls and walls and walls of balloons, bling mesh, ribbon. No one teaches about that. You become a target for what's popping because it makes it seem as if it's easy money. The pandemic made it to where we want easy money. You became a target because you put it out there that I'm desperate for money instead of someone truly trying to help you where you are and understanding that it takes time to get there. So even from the big company, she said, someone was in Michael's buying a Cricut to start a t-shirt business and didn't know what SVG was. Even the big companies. Cricut, I guarantee, sold out of those hat presses, that Easy Press 3. They gonna sell out of that Panini press because it seems as if it's answering a pain point. It's addressing a pain point. And people are going to get it and realize like they're not really thinking about what it really takes to do these items. The fact that there's no clearance behind it. So when you have a shirt and you have to move down on it further, you have nowhere to move that shirt to. There's no area in the back of that, which every freaking heat press has one where you can go and like really lay it back there. You don't have that with that one. But people aren't looking at that. All they're looking at is, oh, it's Cricut. They're coming out with something. Yep, I want one. When does it come out? And that ridiculous price point. Oh, we're making it easy for you. We're going to give you an app. You're making them lazy. How hard is it to change the temperature of something so that you can press it properly? Crafters from big names on down are easy targets. Even in what I do, I have to target those who don't know, don't want to do the research. They want someone to give them the answers. So I'm not saying that I'm exempt from it. I can speak on this because it's true. I hope I don't come off like just a sleazy salesperson, but at the same time, I know that, what crafters need. And in this, yeah, you can learn a lot of things, but I have to target those who need my service. So I'm not exempt from it in myself, but it's all in the way that my husband gonna keep my behind. His food getting real cold because I sat in this car and I was gonna get out because I was on 5% and now I plugged it in. Let me go so his food cannot get cold. But just be careful, guys. Like I've had so many people that are in and I'm saying this because I have conversations that I have with people. I talk to them just about their business. I have people that come to my inbox. I listen to people when they're in my classes and hearing what they're saying. And it makes my heart hurt because I'm like, dang it, how can I reach more people? Because I don't like my people being taken advantage of. And I'm like, I see in certain groups and I'm like, you just creating more and more paid services, but you haven't shown anything. You haven't shown anything in your group. Like you haven't shown me anything. I have given everything that I teach in a class. But I'm not gonna say everything because my students now know there's some gems that I've never done in a live video. But I've taught how to do things. Like I've shown for free. So when I do a class, it's like, okay, well, she might know what she's talking about. I can trust her. I'm giving them something. I was just in a group and I'm like, I've not seen you do anything. How you now about to teach me? You have never shown you making not one thing, making a file. I've never seen you use a graphic design software, bruh. But you now gonna teach people how to sell digital designs? Make it make sense. Like that is what threw me over the edge. I was like, how? Dude, you have never shown any how. And the designs that you do show, you said somebody else made it for you. How you finna teach somebody? I'm just like, but people are eating it up. Oh my God, thank you so much. We need this. Y'all wonder why y'all get got. Y'all wonder why y'all spending money and feel like y'all got scammed because y'all jump at everything. And I just don't get it. I'm like sick of being in groups and it's like people, well, never let them make their money. Yeah, true, but it's like, it's like a double-edged sword. I understand nobody say about you, you selling paper, you selling supplies, you selling classes, whatever. What makes you any different? I put the time in. I show up every single week, every single day. It's not a matter of hating. Whatever you get is what you get. But then it's like, don't come in my inbox. See, the thing that people don't realize is a lot of people go other places, and I set myself up for this because I give freely. They go and they pay someone else, and then they come and want me to fix the issue for them. I'm people with a good heart are also taken advantage of. I'm never hating on anyone. Oh, they're making their money. All right, cool. I choose to do free lives. I choose to do this. But it helps. I'm not hurting because the rest of my business behind me, all the other stuff, it flourishes because of what I do and I give freely. People trust in what I say about my products. People trust in what I say that they're going to get from a class. So I make money from it. I don't have to boast about how much money we make. Never have, never will. It's not needed. I know that what I'm doing works and yeah, I'm good. But it's so crazy to me to see that because somebody else said it, they're going to play on someone's emotions because they're popular. Even for Cricut, Silhouette. Everyone's thinking that this big pro machine was the best thing. Oh my God, I want it. And then get it. And it's like, I'm ready to throw this thing out the window. Because they played on the emotions of crafters. They became easy targets and thinking that they needed a bigger machine and they weren't ready for it. And it wasn't what they needed. Like it wasn't what they thought. Bigger print cut. Oh, I'm tired of piecing together. Your printer only prints 8.5 inches wide. Your printer only prints 13 inches wide. You don't want to pay $6 for say like, let's say it comes out to like $1. You turn your nose up at paying for a pack of paper. You get 50 sheets, but the pack costs $75 for 12 by 24 inch paper. Okay, so the printer that matches that you can make a print and cut that big is going to now cost you another $5,000-$6,000, $2,000. You didn't think about that. You didn't think about the fact that your printer still only prints 13 inches wide. The most common paper to get is 11 by 17. So what we needed the 24-inch printer for again? Are you doing a bunch of vinyl that's 24 inches wide? No. So you invested all this money and then you had to spend out more money because you can't just put that on a regular table. You had to buy something to put it on, or take up your whole dining room table. Now you can't have no family meals together because you got this big old monster sitting on your dining room table, all because they said, oh, it's a bigger cutting surface. Oh, someone said, oh, I can do bigger printing cuts because you're tired of Cricut printing cuts. So they played on the emotions of the Cricut and their limitations and said, okay, we give you something better. But guess what part you were missing? The printer parts. Bigger printing cut on the bigger machine don't work without a bigger printer. You became an easy target because they saw your complaints and you thought they were providing the perfect solution. Now you don't pay that money, and now to make it work for what you thought it was going to work, I got to spend out more money. So now somebody else can target you. You went out and brought that Cameo 24-inch cutter, and you don't have a 24-inch wide printer. Hey, guess what? We have the perfect solution for you. We have this printer, but you just got to give us another $4,099.99. Wait a minute now. I just paid for this. It was supposed to make me money, not cost me more money. Crafters are quick to pull the trigger and not do any research. So you become easy targets. You become easy targets. I got it rolling. So many people saying, oh, you can do this, make stickers for others. $10,000 between that and the laminator to make stickers for my own business. Could I have gone to sticker mule and all that? Yeah. Over time, though, I would have probably spent more than that. I can do other stuff. I sat here and I was like, what am I going to do with my walls? I don't want to paint them. I didn't like the wallpaper. And then you know what hit me? You can put vinyl on a wall, Shakia. You can also print on your vinyl because you have a roller. I got rows and rows of vinyl. Why not be it promote my business every single time I'm on live? So I plan to print my own backdrop. I was like, why did I never think to just print on this vinyl and then just make my own wall? Like, just put the vinyl on the wall. I was like, wow. I didn't get it. Had I listened to everybody else, I would have gotten it thinking that, okay, it's for me to make money. I'm going to become a six because, all right, well, add stickers to your business too. If you only knew what it takes to make stickers with the Roland, you got to still know how to design and then know how to work Illustrator and then take it over there. And if you're going to do a true print and cut, having to use the laminated, that was the most aggravating experience ever trying to learn and master this damn laminate. And I still don't know all of it. That's why I'm not ever going to sell stickers no time soon, because it's not made for that type of production. So, but I got it rolling, but I got it for me. I'm perfecting using it on what I need it for before I go out and sell anything. All right, let me go. I put your name and paper out every chance I get. Thank you so much for that. Aw, thank you. Right, I literally just cried last week. I brought yet another course and didn't learn anything aside from what I have researched myself. April, we're gonna fight. You've actually had a call with me, April. As soon as I get off of here, do understand I'm about to be in your inbox and I'm about to leave a voice message on your inbox, and it ain't gonna be nothing nice, okay? Just letting you know that. These companies send YouTuber stuff to show and they know nothing about it. Well, I mean, they do it, and it is, I mean, in that case, it's kind of twofold. Like, they'll send them because there are people that look like you, they're going to use it like you, so they want you to see it used by someone that looks like you. So it is kind of, it's target marketing. They want other crafters to show they want a crafter to show other crafters how to use it, because you're not going to receive it the same way from the owner. So convenience. This is something that I see a lot. They're saying that they're paying for convenience. Convenience of what? To get all the, you can pay for any class. Even when you take mine, I tell them, you're gonna have to put some work in. You're gonna have to practice this. No class is going to ever give you the exact steps and make it a clear path of success for you. I pay for convenience. I can see paying for a file out of convenience. Can I design it? Yes. Do I have time to design it? No. So I'm going to purchase it. Pay for things out of convenience. I'm going to teach you. This is not a jab at anyone. I promise you it's not. Only because this is the one that's most prevalent. And I even saw a lady on YouTube, and she's like, learn to become a public speaker. Join my webinar. I'm going to teach you to be a public speaker. That should only apply to someone who, I see that as, okay, how can you get on platforms like Oprah and this, she was saying, I've talked on so many different panels. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out why does that come up on when I'm watching crafting videos. How do those advertisers decide on that? Because if you're talking to me about getting on major platforms and stuff like that, is it you're putting me in position of PR agents that's going to get me out there? Is it to help build my confidence? Like, so I look at those type of advertisements and I'm just like, you ain't told me nothing. Okay, you told me that you've done all these talk shows and all these speaking engagements, but what is your class? Is it for the person who, I'm an introvert, I don't like talking to people? Is your class going to help break me out of my shell? If I pay all this money, is it going to break me out of my shell? Are you going to teach me how to enunciate and how to, is it one on, can I go as myself? Can I get onto these shows looking, as they say, come as you are? Are you going to teach me about, how to dress for certain things, whatever, or what topics? Well, if you want to get on this show, you need to research talking on this. These are the talking points, that is hot topics, and you need to learn about this. What if I'm already somebody that likes to talk? Is your class going to help me figure out how to get the right PR person? Is it going to help me, give me a list of these places where I can go and present myself to them? Because I already have all the goods. I can talk. I have a gift of gab. I'm well versed in a lot of areas. I know politics. I know pop culture. I know this. So what part of that is your class, your webinar? To me, I guess I'm a little bit different in how I think, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, I hear what you're saying. You're showing me a whole lot. Okay, yeah. But what part? Before you invest in a class, y'all need to ask yourself that. What part of my need is this addressing? And are you able to ask those questions and them answer you? This is for somebody who is very shy. We're going to help, give you strategies to break out of your comfort zone. Or is this for someone that's established? And so it's not convenience if it ain't what I need. What is the convenience part? Is it the convenience of not doing the research? But a lot of times people are telling you stuff and it's like, okay, I'm going to teach you to become a coach, a crafter, a coach, a mentor, or whatever. But I can see if, all right, I've been doing this for free for so long, how I had to look for, have y'all seen some of my older videos? Oh, honey, the audio, horrible. The picture, horrible. Just the way I carry myself sometimes, girl. Oh, Shaquille, how you out here talking about something, you teaching this and you look like Who Shot John, or how you're talking and this, that, and the third. I'm still never prepared. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm still working on that. The Lord is working on me with being prepared all the time and not losing stuff. But as I grew, okay, yeah, I watched certain classes or watched videos and I tried out different cameras, different microphones. If you go to a class and they've only used one thing, how is that convenient for me? Because it worked for you doesn't mean that it's going to work for me. So not all classes work for someone just out of convenience. Because, okay, I'm going to show you how to be a YouTuber. I'm going to tell you to get this, 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 and this. This is what I use. Well, shoot, that's out of my price range. I can't afford that. What you got? You can't teach me about how to do this more economically on my budget? Nope. All I'm going to teach you is this, this, and this. But I didn't say that in my advertisement that this is for somebody who I'm going to teach you if you are ready to invest this amount of money into equipment. You're going to invest in this class to learn how to use it. I'm going to tell you the equipment to use. But guess what? When it's all said and done, you're going to still have to invest another $2,000-$3,000 because these cameras are not cheap. These arms are not cheap. Learning OBS, that's free, but you got to learn it. This Stream Deck is not free. StreamYard is not free. So I'm going to give you the resources that you need, but you got to be prepared to pay the money. So where's the convenience in that? It's all in how you think about it. When you say you're paying for convenience, what are you paying for? Now I can see a class on Shopify. I'm going to teach you how to utilize Shopify, how to add your orders. If you're just kind of confused, I have some people I've taught and it's like they were twisted, and even Shopify told them wrong about their shipping. I can break it all down for you. I can break this entire, right now, 30 days, I'm breaking down Silhouette Studio. People telling me, I've done this 12 years. I've never seen anyone teach these tools like this. For someone to tell me, no, Silhouette need to have you on the executive board, because the way you just broke this down doesn't make any sense. So it's convenience of not watching a bunch of different videos and somebody that can break it down for you, but you still got to do the work. So not everything is out of convenience. Those who say, I can help you with your LLC, I can help you with this, I can help you with that. I watched somebody invite me to a group. I saw somebody on the live and they were telling them, oh, get your research certificate. Yet nobody was telling them your research. Oh, how much is it? It's free. Oh, it's free to get, but trust and believe that you now have to file your sales taxes every month. She's like, oh, and I can go and I can just do it at the end of the year. No, baby, that's not how that works. You wait to the end of the year. You also gonna have a penalty because you need to pay it in certain states. It's every quarter. Some states it's every single month. This is totally different from your regular federal taxes that you can just pay at one time. But your sales tax, the state want that sales tax money. That's not yours. When you take in orders and you go and you see your sales is up there, you don't made $10,000, or your site say 10,000, but part of that is sales tax. You need to get the state their money. You need to give USPS and all them whatever they money for their shipping stuff. That's the part people not telling you. And then LLCs from one state is different from another. Oh, get your LLC, but I see a lot of people neglect to tell them that that's not a one-time fee. That's something you had to file for, and you got to go and pay that money annually. But I don't see a lot of people talking about that, because I don't sat in and got access to some people's stuff, and I'm like, oh, we're not going to talk about that part? Oh, okay. All right, then. So we can pay for convenience to get the information, but they don't even have to give. They're very vague. People say I give too much detail. I'd rather upfront what you're going to get with me, and for you to decide is if what you want, if it's what you want or you don't want. If it's not what you need, there's no sense in you taking my class, or buying my service, buying my product, paying for a one-on-one. What is convenience to you? Oh, I think I have to go get my niece. I forgot. MJ has, what's the name? All right. I got to go because I got to go get my niece, even though I don't have to get MJ. MJ has 5 dozen role models, but I got to go get my niece. And I was supposed to be eating my food, and my husband keep my behind because this food not cold. Because I was talking to y'all. But, I've been saying Silhouette is losing out. Their machine and software, that's their loss. I mean, I'm too honest. I'd rather not be anyone's yes man, this person. I'm going to be honest. I don't have a lot of companies, at one point it did sting a little bit to wonder why companies don't reach out to me, but I'm very blunt. I'm going to be real about it. I'm not going to be the one that I'm going to show your product in the best light and talk about the great parts of it. But if it just don't make sense, it doesn't make sense. So that's why people probably don't reach out. Companies don't reach out to me for me to be a brand ambassador, because it's a brand ambassador. You have to always show it in the right light. Well, that's why I can't be a brand ambassador for other folks. I need to see it first. I need to try it first and see if it works. And if it's something that I stand behind, I'm okay with going and constantly talking about how great it is. But you're not just going to send me some stuff and think because of that I'm supposed to say it's the greatest thing ever. That's just not going to happen. Oh, I know. I have sent them millions. Trust me, I know. But for me to be the true face of their brand, they'll never do it. They'll never. Not to the face of it, but to just be, I don't really see them do like Cricut. Cricut has brand ambassadors out the yin yang. I've never seen Silhouette really do brand ambassadors. But I gotta go pick up my niece. It's freaking 2:10. They're gonna be calling me soon. She got at 1:50. That just realized what time it is. All right, y'all. I should talk to y'all later. Until next time, have a great one. Peace.